Hey guys, I'm here back with another video. Today we're just going to compare uh, different types of torque wrenches that I carry in the shop or I have because I just use them. So the first one is going to be, we're going to be comparing two very similar torque wrenches, which is, the first one is called Precision Instruments. As you can see here, made in the USA since 1938, versus the Snap-on click type wrench. So first things first, the casing for these, very similar casing. Don't quote me on this, but it is quite possible that Precision Instruments makes their torque wrenches for Snap-on. Okay, they make the same ones that Snap-on sells to us for a much cheaper price, versus Snap-on not making it and then selling it to us with a huge markup. So I'm just gonna move the cases here over to the side. So the base point of comparison is a basic, like a maximum torque wrench that we can get here in Canada from Canadian Tire. It's your basic, I would say when it goes on sale, 60 bucks. When it's not on sale, 100 bucks. But these are fairly cheap, all right? Versus a Precision Instrument torque wrench. This ran me about, I would say, $250 with a, I think, 2-year or 1-year warranty, but it needs to be calibrated every so often. And then lastly, the Snap-on torque wrench. This runs about, I think I purchased it for about 500 Canadian back in the day. I'm not sure what the pricing is right now, but it did run me $500 Canadian back in the day. So I will link the pricing down in the video description below. And so now we're just going to compare. So let's take a look at the Precision Instrument. As you can see here, it is a dial. They say that you can just set the spring or leave it and it won't ever change. You just have to get it recalibrated every other so year, apparently. But usually if this is probably my like quick tire lug nut tire change torque wrench. If I want to do something quick, I'll use this torque wrench. It is kind of beat up, if you notice that. I think there was a casing here, but I'm not too sure. It might be gone now. I don't even remember. But nonetheless, this torque wrench is very similar to the Snap-on one. The features are almost the same. The handles are very similar. So yeah, we'll just compare the Snap-on one now. So same thing with this. You can dial it back, set it. Same mechanisms, as you can see here. Almost identical. Right? Same design feature. As you can notice, this one kind of has a rattle versus the Snap-on one. Doesn't have that much of a rattle. Has a slight rattle, but not as crazy as this one. Next feature is the handle. The Snap-on one is rubberized all around versus the Precision Instrument. It's only rubberized on this side because obviously when you tighten a lug nut, it only tightens from the right side. So we're holding it like this the whole time. We're not going to be holding it like this. So it doesn't make sense for the grip to be here, which I wish I had. I don't know. It just looks cleaner when when both sides mirror each other, basically. Next, we have the Snap-on branding. Obviously, the Snap-on branding is like an extra $100, regardless of what kind of tool it is. Snap-on branding adds $100 value, no matter what. And then we're gonna look here at this collar/neck area. As you can see, I do have this black guard. I don't know if it's functional, but it is there. I don't know if I had it on the Precision Instrument one before, because honestly, that one probably gets abused more. And then next we have the classic Snap-on head. I think it's patented, Snap-on patented it, as well as the Snap-on logo here. So the only difference, I believe, is a snap-on head here. So we take a look here on the precision instrument. This neck is noticeably a lot stiffer, even though it is lubricated like every 2 weeks. As well as, let's compare both right now. You can see that the precision instrument one here down below versus the snap-on one. So I do believe it is a snap-on head, but a precision instrument body. Okay, kind of weird, but it's also cool at the same time. Definitely you can see the size difference as well as the shape. The precision instrument one does sit a bit lower than the snap-on head one, but they both get the same angle. Notice how this one's, the snap-on one is smoother, and I don't ever really have to grease this. It's just so much smoother versus the precision instrument. In terms of length, I would say the snap-on one is slightly longer due to the head. And then we'll just compare the bodies here. As we look here, the dials, you can see the dials. Snap-on one just looks a little bit cleaner. I haven't had any issues with dirt getting in here versus the PI. You can notice that the build quality on the PI is not that good, but it does its job. Like you can see it kind of moves here, which is showing me like it's kind of breaking apart. And I've only had this torque wrench for about 2 years now. So yeah, it's okay in terms of quality. This snap-on torque wrench I've had about for I think 4 years. Nothing has really gotten bad onto it. I don't know if they did some sort of fine tuning or not, but it's more or less the same torque wrench, but I feel like the build quality is better. Like they did some like fine tuning. Like this moves, but there's no dirt in it. So versus the precision instrument does have a lot of dirt in it, whereas the snap-on one, I don't even have dirt in it, which is kind of cool. These handles are actually really terrible when they get dirty. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why when I use the snap-on one, because it's yellow, I have to put a microfiber cloth on the handle here when I torque wrench, or when I torque the wheel, or torque anything actually. Also, one of the cool things is the head here usually has a Torx bolt screw that goes one way, because these bolts actually snap on the ratchets, and so that's one of the just quick replacements. You just take it out and then put it back in. Versus the PI, it doesn't have anything. So if this snaps, I don't know how I'm gonna replace it, honestly. So that's one of the concerns I had, as well as the disassemble and reassembly of this torque wrench, because I feel like it just has a lot of play. So I don't know if this is like on the verge of breaking or not, but I've had this and no issues. Just I get it recalibrated every year by Snap-on, because you know, by ministry standard, each shop has to have a calibrated torque wrench with a certificate. So that's why this is always calibrated every year, no matter what. All the, like the Snap-on has all the, like this little notebook, like calibration certificate, has a little like how-to guide, quick guide on how to use things, basically all that stuff. It also comes with this little extra sticker for the dial gauge, just in case something were to ever happen, or like if like you're ever to replace the inside, it's there. The precision instrument one, it just comes with this. Just comes with a little quick sheet. Comes with a calibration when it was done. So it was recalibrated in 2020, this last year, and gives you all the how-tos, and as well as torque spec sheets for every bolt and stuff like that. So in terms of packaging, I would say the Snap-on one does go a little above and beyond, because they also add a couple $100 price tag difference. but nonetheless, I would say that both torque wrenches, they perform the same, but in terms of longevity, I would say the Snap-on one outperforms in terms of longevity. Overall, in pricing, would you get the Snap-on one? Maybe if you had the money, I would get the Snap-on one. But if you want to save that extra like $200-300, I would consider just getting the PI, because they are almost identical in the build. The Snap-on one just has a little more fine tuning. But if you are looking for a nice click type torque wrench, definitely the PI. If you are starting out as an apprentice, I really recommend something cheap like a Maximum from Canadian Tire. They do the job, but they do break over time. I've had this torque wrench since I started in this trade, and it's taken a beating. Like, this torque wrench is literally not good. It's just there to hold stuff down. It's just a paperweight at this point. I barely use this anymore. It's just here now. So yeah, so if you like the video, questions, comments, concerns, leave it in the comments below, and see you back in the next video. Peace.